What's up? Shout out to you guys. What's up? Shout out to the Otter Gang. Thank you so much for joining me. Bullish on the haircut, as they say. Let's jump into the charts. How we all doing? Let's say hello to the people in the chat. Top 10. Constantly showing up. What's up, Top 10? Thank you so much for being here. We will get into Ada for you, no problemo. Shout out to Nate saying the beat slapping. The beat slappity slap slapping. Nate, Quantum Divergence, always throwing some sweet TA up in the chat. Shout out to you. Jonathan Schaefer, always here. What's up? What's good, Otter Squad? Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to anyone new. Thank you to all you guys coming out here. We got Mr. Wrench himself, Dave Digital, Kendall Mafia, utterly fantastic man of the hour. What's up, Dave Digital? Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Throwing lollipops in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a beautiful weekend. I know I am, because Mama Otter's in town. And we out here securing the bag, trying our best out on the Discord, sharing the setups. So hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're all doing well. So let's jump into the charts. Let's get some TA. And look at this. We've got a dump and pump. A dump a pump. Right? And we've had this setup on the charts. I shared my charts the other day. And if I turn on my charts, what is that? Is that a red line? Is that a level that I was looking price to come down to? Absolutely, it was. And it touched it perfectly. So we came down, we touched it, and now we've pumped up, and we're back into this range. Can we go higher? Well, absolutely we can go higher. We can see here that we got exhausted, a little fake out, and now a quick pump, but nothing too dramatic. I mean, if you're a scalper, this is like heaven. You just grab a little short or a long here, ride this up probably to the value area high. We also have this local above here that we're looking for price to come up to, but we'll get into the long-term action of the charts because we all like some long-term action. No two pump chumps in the chat. Shout out to all you guys here. Shout out to the special delivery from Mrs. Otter. Look, my hands are here. My hands are here. We have a delivery, and it's called coffee. It's called coffee because it's early in the morning, Sunday morning in Australia. Thank you so much, Mrs. Otter, for the special delivery. Don't say anything that makes me second-guess my trade. Thanks in advance. So, Mrs. Otter's out here. Let's turn on the light so I get some, beautiful light on my face. I don't know. I am pretty dark. So we gotta lighten up the room here. So no second guessing your trade. Well, which way are you looking, Dave? Are you looking to pump? Are you looking for a pump? Are you looking for a dump? Maybe we can just support you. We can support your bias in this analysis today so that we can make sure that you don't get too scared with the trade that you're in. Because it looks like we might get going upwards and a little bit of a fake out to the top here, but we'll get into that for sure. And you're longed FTM. So I'm going to write FTM on my trusty notepad here because, I ain't digital as Dave Digital at 0.44, and we'll look into that as well. But yeah, let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, we've been talking about this crazy 2-day bearish divergence. Now I got to get all this junk here. This is what I share with everybody. We got the hibernation zone. And if we get below this beautiful level at 22,000, we're into the hibernation zone. But we'll get rid of that. And we'll definitely talk about what market Cipher is telling us, what the volume is telling us, because we got to take a bigger look like every single day. We can see the bear div that hasn't fully played out yet. There's lots of room for the downside. We have the VWAP curving down There's a lot of signals pointing downwards, but money flow remains thick as a chick. All right, we'll keep it PG today. We'll try our best. Dave Digital is here, so we never know what's gonna go down. But we look at the weekly. The weekly is looking to print quite a bearish looking candle in comparison to the one prior. So we can see here that we have maybe a tweezer top forming, some sort of rejection, but we could pop up here and continue downwards, right? Looking for some relief. I don't see this engulfing by the weekend, but you never know. Anything's possible with Bitcoin. We love the volatility. That's why we're here, always looking to extract profits and catch those big moves that we all crave to be in, right? So how are we going to set ourselves up for success for a big move? Well, we got to look at the longer term time frames, work our way in. We can see the bear div on the daily that's worked out pretty nicely. It's come down and we're testing the zero line and looking to cross over, right? So as we look to cross over, we can see that we're getting a bit of rejection at the support of this previous range here. So as we work our way down into like the 18, 16, 14 hours, we can see that Bitcoin has bottomed out and it's starting to try and curve back up, right? You can see we're getting a beautiful green candle here, and we're getting some curvature along the bottom, and we're also seeing that in the money flow as well. So if I go in here, we can see that money flow has come into the red, but it definitely has not fully come back up. Did you get Mama Candles a haircut, or did you just get one yourself? Well, I went to the barber, and I don't think Mama Otter would appreciate a buzz cut, so we'll leave it at that. She's got that Daenerys Targaryen gray beautiful hair, you know, killing it. So we all know we're throwing up beautiful gray hairs on the side of my head. It's hereditary. So let's continue here with the price action. So we can see that the 10 and the 8 are curving up. We're trying to get some relief here. We're trying to get back up above. Can we get there? We'll have to look and find out. So let's go down to the 6, the 5, the 4. And you can see we're getting the double green dot here that's looking to bring us higher, right? To bring us higher. Well, what's the problem? The problem is that we are in a beautiful weekend. I hope you guys are all having an amazing weekend. We can see volume is quite low right now. We don't have the significant power to bring us up. But we all know that those whales, those market makers, they like to move the markets when we're least expecting it and go for quite the ride. So as we work down, we can see that we're curling up slightly, but we are still in the red money flow, the purple money flow on my charts. Padawan Rangebender, what's up, Alexo? Shout out to the Otter Gang. Thank you so much for being here, Padawan Rangebender. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Just looking at Bitcoin, asking ourselves, what's up with this pump? What's going on here? Why are we pumping? Well, could it be that we're just in a very simple bear flag coming down here and looking to dump? Quite possibly. Or could we be looking to get a relief rally and work our way up into the moon? Well, you can see there on the 1 and the 2 hour, we're getting quite the bullish divergence on these time frames here. You can see that we're easily making lower lows and higher highs on the momentum waves. So is this going to bring us up? Well, most definitely. And where are we looking to go with this beautiful bull div? Well, not to 25K in my opinion. So let's pull up our levels, and we got this value area high of the local range here that for me would make most sense, especially when we put on the smart money concepts. We see that there's a gap here, and we would love to fill the gap as normal. So as we work our way up here, I'm looking for a rejection right around this value area high, right around 23.5. So why is that? Well, we can see that it's definitely been a key level of support for the previous range. We dropped down with volume into it, and when we look to our left on the higher term time frames, we can easily see that we have this huge level of volume. We pull this across and we can see that there is a volume spike right here for this range, right? So we can move up quite quickly, but there is definitely volume looking to hold us down. The bears do not want to let us get back up above this 23.5 area. The bears want to get below this 22K area. That is where they start to take over, because then they change market structure. What do I mean by that? Well, when we look at the bigger outlook on the range here, we can see that we have worked our way up very simply all the way up to here, bounced up. Now we've in this structure where, hey, we need to be working our way to put in, see the low here, we need to put in a lower low here in order to continue bearish structure, right? We want this to get below this previous low here. Now, will this happen now or next week? Probably next week, but you never know. You can see drastic moves like this happen all the time, so we got to be prepared that what goes up must come down. They like to fill in these gaps and come back and get the CME gap here that we have on our charts right here. You can see there's a CME gap here, and all you have to do to see CME gaps is add this as a BTC 1 exclamation mark, and that's the futures of BTC, and you can see that there's constantly gaps within the price that like to get filled. So here's that gap that I'm talking about where price wants to come back to. We had another one over here that got filled, right? We called this up top here. We're like, there's a gap below. It wants to get filled. Guess what? Boom, it dumped on us and it came through and it filled it, right? So we're looking for price to work its way back to fill this gap. That is what the idea is behind this move up and then this move down, right? Also, we want to be aware of the macro environment right now. It seems like Jerome Powell is not been able to land the ship too well. He's trying to land this plane as a smooth landing with inflation, and it's not looking too good right now. Jobs are pumping. People are still not spending. They're holding their dollars, and we can easily see that when we go over and take a look at the S&P. So I'm going to give you my trade setups right now, what we're looking for in this price range. We can see that we've come up pretty much to the value area high. Shout out to Felix, people in the Discord who are taking these trades. We've come up to this value area high. We've been rejected. Can we possibly look for a short here? Well, for trading the ranges, then absolutely we can look for a little short here and look for it to work its way back down. Remember, the volume is slow right now, so you won't get those dramatic moves right away. But when they do happen, it's going to be fast and quick, right? So we got to be prepared for that. But naturally, it wants to work its way back to the VWAP, but this will reset in actually 2 minutes. 1 minute. Now, it's important when you're looking at the VWAP, if you do use the VWAP here, it resets at 10:30 for me. It's very important to look at when it resets. You see how it drops dramatically here? It's resetting. So in about 2 minutes or 1 minute, it's going to reset, right? And you can see it resets here. Space Invader, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys got your coffee or whatever it is you're drinking. It is the weekend, so we're looking for Bitcoin to come up and get rejected right now. Thank you so much for being here, Space Invader. Thank you so much for being here, Dave Digital, Padawan Rangebender, Jonathan Schaefer, Nate, Top 10, all you guys. Travis Harris, appreciate the Saturday stream, bro. It is Sunday here. Stragenheart. It is Sunday in Australia, but we're always live every single day, even on work days. I am a carpenter by trade, and I go and swing the hammer. I don't get hammered, and I don't get nailed, but I go to work, swing the hammer, come home, shower, and then do a live stream at 5 p.m., and then I carry on for the rest of the night. But we're always here Darren does things fresh trim, just got home. So we're always here, always live. We have mindset videos coming out every Monday. We have Sunday school, which I'm going to make one today. I had a request about market cipher, so we're going to do a basic market cipher video today as well, probably in the evening. Get that out for you guys tomorrow morning. So we're constantly trying to update you guys, keep you informed, share our trading ideas, share our mindset, share how we're trading the charts, and join us in the Discord. I mean, I'm always giving my trade setups, and there's multiple traders there doing a great job. Doesn't have the safety glasses on. Oh man, that blue light. The blue light. This is an imposter without the glasses and with the new haircut. Bullish on the haircut. Back to the stream, but we're looking for Bitcoin to work its way down here now. Where would I be looking? Well, we're at the value area high here. We can always pull a fib from the top of this drop all the way down, and we can see that we are going to go possibly up to the 0.5 here. So be careful. We're still working our way up. We haven't had any signs of the cool down. We've had a red dot, on the shorter time frames. Maybe this could be the top, but right now it looks pretty strong. I'd be patient. VWAP's about to reset, and exactly, it should be resetting anytime now. So VWAP's about to reset. If we go to the 1 minute, it should have. But we're looking for price to continue upwards right now. Possibly get a bounce at 23.5. We can't just jump straight down into Funky Town. We got to make sure that we're working a steady decline. Can we continue lower? Well, it looks like they don't want to give this up. We got a beautiful bullish divergence here that's holding us up, and markets are looking to be relieved. So thank you so much. The real otter is back. Throw the otters in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream, guys, so that we can try and grow the otter gang and all together have a collaborative growth. So it always benefits all of us that we can get more people in here. Just taking a quick look at the S&P, because that's always important to do, to have confluence on what the actual macro environment is doing. And we can see that we've come down. This trend line's been respected. We've come up. We've been smashed through, and we're looking for a bounce off of this trend line down here, which we were calling very, very much long ago. Very, very long ago. I don't know. English speak not well, but we're looking for a bounce here. So maybe we can get some relief coming up in the markets if we're going to continue down. Oops, I did not mean to move that. I should actually lock that, because that is a very key level of trend. That's a key trend level. So key level of trend. Okay. So we're looking to bounce along this, and if we break through, it could be dangerous for all assets, especially risk on assets, right? Every time I've been looking at BTC, looks like it's be going back up. Well, looking at BTC, yes, on the 1 and the 2 hour right now, we can see that it's a very clearly defined bullish divergence here. So obviously with that, it's definitely looking to pump. So if you caught the bottom here, I know a couple people in the Discord caught the bottom here. I mean, I would be, oopsie, wrong one. I would definitely be looking to target at least to the value area local here, to the top of this range here. But we did give this level, this 22,721, and I'm very sorry that I was off by like $3 when I shared my charts. But always check the charts. I always share my charts in the Discord. So this line was definitely here for a level of support. Guess what? Bing, bing. It came up, it popped, and we're off to the races. So where is this going to go? Not sure, but I'll definitely be looking. If I was in this trade, I'd be taking profits now because we're at the value area high, and be carrying this across. See, we're popping up to this value area high. Look for a rejection or some sort of reaction here coming up, because lots of people are looking to jump into shorts. Remember that the sentiment right now is definitely bearish, right? We've had a move down. Overall, sentiment is a bit bearish because guess what? Jerome Powell has been very mean to us, and we can see that we are in a clear downtrend right now. Can we get relief? Well, we're looking for a little bit of weekend relief, but the volume is low, right? So look to trade this range, take down these prices, make sure that you're adding them to your chart and always staying updated so that you guys can be informed as well. Just so that you guys can make better trades. We all want to help each other. What's up, Anthony Soprano, throwing up the otters in the chat. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate every single one of you. I mean, it's so beautiful that you guys are here and supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. I cannot do this without you. Thank you so much. Nate says, good to be generous with your entries and aggressive with your exit. If you're sure of the move, you're either right or pleasantly surprised. Yes, that is so true. Pay yourselves first. We're all about paying ourselves. So if we're paying ourselves first, it's a long-term outlook. We have to change our mindset, right? It's looking into the future. If we are constantly growing an account over time, we're going to be more profitable because we're trading with more capital over time, right? If we can have that mindset shift where we're stop trying to make the quick buck, that quick trade, that 100x, boom, in and out, look at me go, ballin', Lambo time, right? We'll get there in the long run if we can be consistent and if we can be persistent. You know, it's going to pay off in the long run because we get better over time. We're paying ourselves early. We're looking for these trades and we're getting in them and riding them with profits, right? So thank you so much for sharing that, Nate. It's so true. It's so true. It's hard to be disciplined, but we're working on that together, right? So look for this bull div to bring us up probably to the 23.5. What's up to Felix? Can we all get a clap for Felix? Felix just got the Modder Otter position. Now, guess what? We're adding a Modder Otter to the chat. I think Felix is getting a wrench. Let's throw a wrench in the chat for Felix because he's out here in the Discord constantly helping everybody out there. So thank you so much to Felix for being part of this channel and supporting the channel and in the Discord, always giving setups and ideas. We appreciate you so much. Looking for a 4-hour close over or under 23,280 for some moves. So the 4-hour close, 23,280. 23,280. Well, we have this value area high local here, but 23,280. We're curling up on the 4-hour here, and we are still in the red. So thank you so much for being here, everybody, and thank you, Anthony Soprano, for sharing that idea. So with this 23,280, I see you. That's pretty much the top here. I like that. Because we have a quick rejection here and this bullish divergence on the lower term time frames. We're looking to move up here, but definitely with this volume, it is still sketchy, right? It is still sketchy. 23,280. Okay, I see at the top of this range here. Can the volume give us anything else for confluence here? Well, absolutely. So let's be careful here. Let's watch the Bitcoin price. We're getting a bit of a rejection. The volume does not look as strong. You can see we had this quick move up because it was like, nah, we're not going down right now. And then a push back against the price with the bullish divergence has brought us up. But you can see that the 1 hour is starting to come up to the 0 line and looking to get rejected and pushed back down. So this could be a possible good entry for a scalp short possibly. So jump into the 24 or the 12 and look at this. We're getting a blue triangle, which is a reversal pattern indicator. And jump into the 12. We can see that we're curling over. A lot of wicks up top. We could be getting exhausted. And the red dot starting to print with the red stochastic being at the overbought territory, which is looking to curl over with quite some sharpness. It's pointing down, guys. So I'd be looking for at least a quick rejection off of this level here. and probably back down into the middle of this range, back to the VWAP here. And look at it go very simply. Look at it go. What's your Discord link, pal? About time I showed some love over there. Thank you so much, Space Invader. I will get the link is in the description, but I could pull up the Discord here and I could invite you personally here. A personal invite from the Audible. We're throwing it in here. So there you go. Shout out to you. There's the link. But thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And we're out here. So look for this rejection. We're going to go into some other coins. But first, as I was talking about the rejection and the bounce possibly happening on the S&P 500, we just talked about that. So yes, this is the bounce I was talking about. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's quickly do this. We can see we came up, we came down. We're looking to bounce off of here and come up. We'll see and watch the mini futures. Make sure to add the S&P 500 E-mini futures. This reacts earlier than the regular S&P 500. So on Sunday evening, you can get into the mini futures and get a head start reaction on the S&P 500 with the mini futures. So don't forget to add the S&P 500 E-mini futures so that you can see that it kicks off and gives you kind of like an inside look at what the price is going to do on the S&P 500, which will translate over to Bitcoin and help you guys get a head start on what Bitcoin may do because they trade very similarly. Jonathan Schaefer says, Felix, you need to copy and paste that link into a Word document so you have everything you need to be a mod. Just copy and paste things from the doc into chat. Look at this guy, Jonathan Schaefer, showing up. Maybe he's the next one to get a wrench. Who knows? We're going to have a moderator wrench off, and we'll get out the nuts and bolts and see who can twist the best. Oh, thank you so much for being here, everybody. So we're looking at the Dixie right now. Make sure you have your cup of coffee, your cup of joe, because without that, we got to be careful here. And we also have the Jade Bulbasaur. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we got a Jade Bulbasaur that you rub his head for a little bit of good luck when you're trading. I don't know if you guys have any like superstition. You know, maybe we get a Jade Otter so that we can all, you know, get a little bit of luck here going on. So thank you so much. Let's look here. We've pumped up to this 105 zone. Now, this 105 zone is dangerous because you can see that, okay, yeah, we do have a lot of volume here down at the 104 to 103 zone. But now that we're up into this higher term range, you can see that this is dangerous for risk on assets. People are starting to hold their dollars because the dollar is getting really strong, right? The dollar is getting really strong. So unless we can work our way back down into the range from before here, around the 104, 103 area, you're not going to see much people putting money into risk on assets such as Bitcoin, which is very bearish for Bitcoin, right? If people are holding their dollars and not spending, we got to see that, you know, we got to watch out because people aren't throwing their money into Bitcoin, risk on assets. So as this pumps, we're going to watch it. And if we stay up in this area, we're going to see Bitcoin most likely drop down. So that's something we're also watching on this channel in order to be very careful. So let's watch this. I'll keep you guys updated. And from there, we can definitely be more aware of which way the Bitcoin price is going to go. So that's my thoughts for Bitcoin. I know it's a bit messy, this chart, but as we zoom in, we can see that we're getting this bullish divergence pump. We have areas below us. Now, what are these areas below us? Well, let's go out to the 12 hour and let's take a look just so you guys know what these mean, and we'll get to the prices here. So we definitely have this support line below us here at 22,452. That was multiple touches that brought us down, right? So if price is going to continue downwards, we're going to see it come in this range that we're in now, probably drop down and touch this value area, very high local, and flip it to flip this price action into support. So we're working our way up maybe to the value area high local right? But look for it to trade between this range here. I don't know why I have two prices here. Bear with me, but look for price to work its way up to this value area high and get a rejection, or have a rejection right where it's at here within this small range that it's trading and work its way down and have a bounce here, and maybe it trades around here. But what we're really looking for on the longer term time frames is we're looking for it to move down to this hibernation zone, CME gap, old range high, volume area, right? So there's a lot going on here at this 22,000 level, right? This 22,000 level is the make or break to me, right? So unless we carry up higher, which we have multiple signs here that we can see, we have the point of control up here at 24.2. There's also another level, and as we get going, we can see that there's definitely volume nodes throughout, but we got to be careful of this hibernation zone, because if we do break below these lows here, we are definitely looking for more downside, because that would be the change of market structure that we were talking about, that we could possibly continue much further south. And then when we zoom out, we can see we'd be back into this old range here that we traded in since June, right? So let's get rid of all of this stuff here. And we can see that without the prices and all this stuff here, we can see that we traded in this range since June. And that's what I'm talking about, is that we need to watch out. If we do continue, we get into this giant volume from before. So that's something to watch out for. But right now, look for BTC to range around and possibly not not have too much of a reaction, but trade within this range because volume is so low right now. So be cautious out there with the Bitcoin. Look for it to possibly curl over right now and come back into this range that we were trading from before. So I got another coin that I was looking at. Now, Matic has been down 16% over this last week after having a huge run up. We have some levels here, and we've given this in the Discord multiple times, but we have this range here that we came down to, and boom, we came down and we hit it. And can we continue higher? Well, Matic is nice to trade sometimes because of the percentage you gain, and it trades similarly to Bitcoin. We've come down 22% since the top here. Even Felix and I were looking at this and trying to short, and we just missed here. But 3 likes, too bad I already licked it. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Stragenheart. Always throwing up these Hulk faces with giggles in the chat. Can we get some likes up? Can we get this out to some people? Trying to grow the channel slowly but surely. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We're looking at Matic right now, trying to see, wow, there's lots of green dots and lots of green signs on Matic. Can we continue upwards here? Well, Matic is one of my biggest holds, and we're definitely looking for price to reject from this level, as we've had it marked out, and it's having quite the nice pump right now. So definitely check it out. Thank you so much for throwing the links in the chat. Dave Digital showing what a super moderator he can be with all the links to the videos. Don't FOMO. Thank you so much for being here. So look for a bounce here. We've come up to a rejection zone, actually, that we could get rejected, just like Bitcoin as well. So I will throw up some TA for Matic in the chat, but we definitely had a request from Top 10 to take a look at ADA. So we're going to take a look at ADA. Let's go out and get a bigger look on the weekly here on ADA or ADA or Subtracta. Do you want to call it Subtracta? We'll go to Subtracta. Sometimes people drive tractors. So on ADA, I'm going to delete all of this. You know what? Because we can easily show you how quickly we can do a quick TA on any price starting from fresh. So we'll do that. We'll get rid of all these lines. We'll draw some horizontals. We'll get into it. Main point of control, main point of volume, main low here, right? And a value area high, right? And we'll put POC here. Now let's get into ADA now that we have some ideas of the volume. So then we'll drop down to the daily and we'll look here and we can see that ADA or ADA or Subtracta is curling over and is trying to not be a stable coin because it was very, 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 very evenly sideways here around the 40-cent mark, and it has curled down to the 36-cent mark. But we can see that there is a clear level of support here. So where's this level of support? Well, if we pull this up here, we know this is a huge volume spike down here, but I would pull this one up right to here. You can see multiple touches here. So with ADA, I'll be looking for a rejection here. But if not, like we showed before, there is a huge level of volume down low here. So do you need to talk? Learn to pull your fib with Alex. As we pull a fib here, we can easily see that when we pull a fib from this swing low to this swing high, we are bouncing off the golden pocket. Now, we've been pulling fibs for quite a while at this channel, and we know how to pull a good fib. So, Thesis himself, my man. Shout out to Thesis. Candle Mafia showing up for the Otter Gang. Man, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, Thesis. My man. Check out Thesis himself. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. The man's out here. He puts the beard in all its glory. Thank you so much, Thesis, for coming and saying hello. I appreciate you. Sending the kisses. My man, much love to you. We're getting a little bit of a bounce here. Just taking a quick look at ADA, bouncing off this golden pocket right now and this current support level. But it's looking pretty bearish. Look how hard this thing came down. I mean, a 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. So look for ADA to have a wee bit of a bounce here, but nothing too spectacular because obviously things tend to follow Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is not doing too well. We're at the value area low here. We can see the volume below as well that has popped us back up. So they're trying to stay within this range. We are at the value area low, so could this be a possible opportunity for a long? Absolutely. But always remember to practice good risk management and look to target the highs and keep this quite tight, in my opinion, because if we drop, it's going to be quick and fast. So that's my thoughts for ADA. Here are my levels. Obviously, we are looking for longs from around 35 cents, and we are looking for shorts up at the top. We don't want to be trading the middle of this range, but ADA has been quite slow. The volume has died off ever since this giant pump over here. So look for it to continue pretty much sideways for now. Unless Bitcoin has a big move down, you know that it will follow, right? So that's my thoughts for ADA. Be very careful with these smaller cap coins because they will move quickly on us, right? Die Thesis himself says die Ponzi coin. Oh my God. So we're going to look at FTM because Dave Digital here is looking at Phantom like he wants Phantom to do something. Well, let's see what FTM is up to right now. Whew. Dave Digital, you're in a long right now at 0.44. I wrote it down on my notepad. See, I'm old school that way. At 0.44, Dave Digital. Can we all just have a quick prayer for Dave Digital's long at 0.44 so that it can come up and touch this point of control at least so he can take profit. So Dave, we pray that you make profits on this trade. That's as praying as I can get as an otter here because I'm pretty degen. So thank you so much, Dave, for being here, sharing everything. Let's be real. ADA only has one direction, and that's to the right. I think it could possibly go to the left, Thesis. I think it can possibly go to the left, my friend. But Dave's in a pretty good position here on the long on Phantom. Shout out to Dave Digital. He's not only funny and supportive, but he's a trader. He's in it to win it. Shout out to you, Dave. You know what? I commend you. That is actually an amazing entry. So let's give Dave a little round of applause for making a beautiful entry and a beautiful trade. That is awesome. Keep up the good work. That would be some nice gains if you get up there. Oh, another 8% to the point of control. And if you pop up above that, you're laughing, my friend. So let's zoom out as he's requested. We have our big box, our big purple box here that we're looking. And Phantom. Oof. Phantom. Holy smokes, Phantom. We are flying on Phantom. Now that we've gotten out of this crazy range down below here, this would be an ideal area to long. And guess what? Dave Digital's in it to win it. And we can see that he's kicking ass and taking names, man. That's awesome. So at the bottom of this range, you are laughing, my friend, because if Phantom continues to pump like it has been, there's nothing but upside for you, my friend. There's nothing but upside. And money flow is as green as it gets, right? As green as it gets. Even over here on the 5-day, you're curving up and at the 0 line. So that can be a warning sign, possibly, because you are curling down on the 2-day. And VWAP doesn't look too healthy, but you're in a good position. You're in a good position. And if this does not hold, well, obviously look around 4.2 to hold you up because it was a key level of support for this whole area, right? So we can pull up the VRVP. We can see that, look at the volume down below, but you definitely have these tops here holding you up. So very good position, very good trade. Shout out to you, Dave. I hope that pumps up for you. That is awesome. Look at the move since holy smokes, 200%. Bada boom. Bada boom, bada boom. Amazing. Yeah. So look for this range. Look for it to hold. We got a nice double top here curling over. So be careful, but also don't forget to pay yourself, my man. Don't forget to pay yourself. Now we're going to look at OP because OP is OP. And we had a big pumpy on the OP. So I wanted to take a look at OP because it had some very bullish news that pumped it up. And we have gotten quite the rejection on OP. So we're looking for OP to working. I was thinking to add at 0.42. Yeah, 0.42 is that key level, that key top as well. So yeah, 0.42 definitely on Phantom. Like I was saying, 0.42 is definitely that level where we've had multiple holdups, right? So we can see when we get to 0.42, if we throw a horizontal, we can see all the way across the board that this has been a top, right? This has been a bottom, and this has been a top over here. So that would be my make or break level if we are to continue upwards. Amazing. Nomad Dad, sorry I'm late. Shout out to Nomad Dad. It's okay. You made it, my friend. You made it. You made it to the Sunday/Saturday stream. Thank you for being here. We're going to take a look at OP because overpowered OP characters are what we're all about here at the OG Otter Gang. Lots of O's in the chat. Throw up your otters. Let's effing go. Let's not get canceled. But let's definitely jump into the charts here. And we can see OP is in the green. Definitely got some bullish news the other day with adoption. So we're looking at OP for sure to continue its way to the moon, right? We can see that it is making healthy higher highs. So is it going to bounce? Well, that is the question. I mean, everything tends to follow Bitcoin, but OP has kind of been a trailblazer and it's gone off doing its own thing. We did look at Matic, but we'll get back to Matic quickly, and I'll show you right now that Matic has definitely come down to a key level of support. We can see here we had this marked out on our chart. We missed it, I'm sorry we missed it by 1 cent, but we had this marked out on our chart. We were working our way above all the way. Let me turn off the VRVP. We were working our way back up. We have bounced nicely off this key level of support at $1.18, and we're looking to work our way back up to at least 0.28, $1.28, $1.30, right? So we're looking for a reaction on Matic, but also we're watching Bitcoin pretty carefully right now because it will lead the way for Matic. I know Matic has broken away from Bitcoin much recently, but it has come down 16%, so keep an eye on that. You know I'm an OP, yeah, you know I'm an OP, yeah. All right, back to OP. So that's our ideas for Matic. Automatic. No beatbox, no fame, right? It's funny as we look at the OGs. We can see that it definitely got some bullish news, right? Which brought us up. I can't remember exactly what the news was about. If you guys could remind me in the chat, but it got pumped, and it's looking to work its way back down, but we're looking for it to make much, to have a nice bounce. And where would this bounce come in at? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So as we proceed to give you what you need, we can see that we have a big volume gap below here. So this is what concerns me here. This is what concerns me here is that, yeah, we've had pump on news, but we have a big volume gap, as you can see right here. So where am I looking for a bounce? Well, I'm looking for a swift move down, actually, into this area of confluence, which is definitely right here at $22.50. $2.50 is where I would look for a bounce if we continue upwards. Yeah, news is great, but there's always a return, right? Return of the OG OP Jedi. So at $2.50 is where I would look for a bounce, especially with this golden pocket being here and the volume just picking up, right? Because naturally OP wants to work back down into this volume node here. And if not, it's going to stay up in the volume node above, which is right here. But I don't see that happening if we continue downwards on Bitcoin. So look for a bounce at $2.50. And he's saying, don't stop with the Alex Austy beatbox. But we need to make another channel doing only beats and make them into YouTube shorts. Can he do TA and beatbox at the same time? Well, we'll always throw a beat down for you guys. So TA and beatbox it is. But this is my thoughts. Let's watch OP return to $2.50 and possibly bounce, right? So it's a trade setup there as well. Target the highs. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for your support. Maybe we do some beatboxing in shorts. Who knows? Right now we're just trying to keep it focused. Only the real Otter Gang OGs know that we can throw down a beatbox anytime. Oh my god, we got a Bing Bong Paper Planes 210X in the chat. Shout out to Paper Planes. But we're gonna look at APT. Now APT has had a rough week. As we can see. APT, something I'm watching to get a bounce because 44% this week has not been too good. Focus on that like button too. Shout out to you guys like Maddie B, but with the beatbox instead of piano. Beatbox Dave Digital. Blessing to the beatbox. Paper planes in the chat. All right. So we can see what we're bouncing off a fib here. We've bounced once, we've bounced twice. Can we push through, or can we bounce back up? APT has definitely dropped quite a bit, 44% like we were talking about. So we're watching APT. We've had an immense move since this run, and oh, Madonna Bella, that's 550%. Wow, what a pump, right? But we're looking for this to hold up. We're at very much the same kind of deals with a lot of these alts, is that we've come up, we've pushed up, and we're bouncing along these make or break lines where if we do drop, we're dropping pretty hard, right? So be careful, watch this stuff, and we're seeing an APT head and shoulders at the end of the 12-hour flag. Whew, right? Be careful out here. Can we drop? Can we drop? Can we drop? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So let's get back into the charts, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. BTC, BTC, BTC. Let's get back and check BTC. Because we know that BTC will lead the way. So we got to be careful here. And is there anything you guys would like me to look at besides beatboxing? We are saying we're going to get exhausted here and curl over. We also said that the VWAP is going to pop back up. So we see the VWAP popping back up. I mean, we got to do, maybe we write a Frankie Candles beatbox proposal saying, I will drop a beatbox on your live stream for you if you do a collab with me. Maybe we got to bribe him. Frankie Candles beatbox. Something like that, you know. Shout out to the Candle Mafia and all your support. AGLD, let's take a look for you, my friend. Why is it saying Australian gold? I know which one. I know which one to. I just didn't put in my buy bit here. Sorry about that. Oopsie. What the heck? Let's LFG Alex, I love it. Thank you so much, Dave Digital. I love you, man. I love you guys all for being here. This coin is, this looks, oh my god. Do I even want to zoom out? What are you doing to me, Nomad Dad? Are you trading this? This looks like a big, big parabola. Wow. And it's looking to break out of the parabola, in my opinion. Wow. Are you actually trading this, Nomad? If you are, I mean, shout out to you. That's amazing. I mean, that takes a set of stones that not many people have. But we can see here, okay, that's the one. We can see here that this line right here is the make or break zone. This 53 cents is definitely the make or break zone because we have multiple touches, multiple wicks here that are holding price up, and we've pushed and pushed and pushed the price and back down and pushed and back down, and you can see it wants to continue to rise up and push its way back up. But right now, I made some money on it last night, but put some money back in today. That tends to be the case with coins like this, in my opinion, is that, you know, it's all good, fine and dandy to catch these but then it tends to go boom right when we get greedy. So the greed can stop us from securing the bag and then walking away, because it is nice to sometimes catch these trades, but it is hard to take the losses as well. With big gains comes big responsibilities. So we know that when the price moves up so fast, it can move down so fast as well. Space Invader heading off to work. Enjoy your weekend, all. Thank you so much for being here. Space Invader, shout out to you, constantly supporting. Don't forget to join us in the Discord. Subscribe if you haven't. Smash that like button. Will Smith that like button if you want. I don't care what you do to the like button. Just like button it. So watch this for a bounce here. Let's get into the 1 hour on AGLD. And we can see that it is moving quite dramatically. So this is tradable, obviously, just like anything, but you need to be careful here. We've gotten a nice bounce off of this low at 53 cents. Look for it to possibly pump up and get rejected. Let's look at the 24-hour. Yeah, I would be careful here. This does not look too promising. Looks like we've come up and we're getting rejected here. Probably matches up nicely with a fib. When we pull a fib, yep, there it is, golden pocket, bouncing, probably heading back down to retest this 53 cents area. But with things like this, remember that it can be like, nah, and it can just go up, right? Nah, and then just spike on you. So be careful out there. Watch for a rejection here at the golden pocket. If not, because it is at these previous lows here, this seems to be a key level of support as well. Same with around here. So this would be my range right now. I'd be looking to trade. If we pull a volume, we could probably see that we do have some nice volume spikes throughout. But yeah, naturally it wants to work its way back up to the point of control. So look for it to get rejected here and make a higher low. That's what I would be looking to enter and then possibly target this area. So I'd be targeting something for a higher low here. If we do pull fibs from the bottom of this one to the top, we can see that we get a level of confluence here. I'd be pulling this out and I'd be looking for a trade within this box here. And that would be kind of my trade setup if I was, if I was looking to trade this token, right? So look for something like that, but also look for, if it does break this 53 cents area, that it can go down quite drastically, right? So be very careful. Watch for this to move dramatically as Bitcoin makes its decision here. We can see that most of this is in the red now. So we have gotten a rejection on Bitcoin. Going back to Bitcoin, because we all like Bitcoin. We all like the boomer coin, especially Thesis himself. He loves the boomer coin. So we can see that we are getting a rejection here. Money flow is still in the red. We haven't been able to get out of this range. Volume is low. It is the weekend, so be very careful out there. I just wanted to thank you all for being here, for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to get headed out here because Mama Otter has to go and explore Sydney. We got a couple more days together before she goes back to Canada. So we got to spend that time. I won't be on the Discord as much, but I still will be there. I will post all my trade setups that we talked about today in the Discord. So I wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Make sure to like and subscribe on the way out. Take down these levels. Be sure to practice good risk management, healthy mindset. Don't trade if you're feeling emotional, right? Remember that I appreciate you and I love you, and thank you so much for your support. Peace out, my friends. Mrs. Otter, do you like that I can beatbox? Yeah? Very nice. I like you.